Running a Fever, Episode 85, The Tunnel.
You know, I was thinking of a metaphor of the tunnel. The tunnel I went through last week on the Skull Creek Trail, of referring to fitness and how we have a goal we have to get to. Good morning.
讲话就是学着你喜欢听的。
Ni hao ma. How many languages do I know how to say hello in? Let's say hello to my Australian listeners, by the way. I believe that Australia is number 4 in terms of the number of listeners. So hello, thank you for listening from the land in the other hemisphere. Beautiful, by the way. I have been to Australia. Haven't been to the UK, meaning England. I've been to former UK colonies, obviously, but never to England. Maybe someday. Number 5 on the list, I believe, behind the United States. Happy birthday, by the way, United States, this week. $232, I believe, years old. United States, Sweden, of course. I love you, Sweden. And Japan. And then we have Australia and the United Kingdom. Fayetteville. Okay, I do have an intersection here. Razorback Greenway. Downtown Springdale. Okay, so this goes the wrong way. That goes to the continuation of the Razorback Greenway, which goes up through Springdale and farther north. Farther north. Got a really good picture of that tunnel last week. I think, haven't looked at it yet. What I did was I put fitness at the top of my priority list, but I didn't think that I would have to exclude everything else. And never do you exclude everything in your life. You become, that's what being obsessed is. But sometimes it's easy to think that way. Well, what's the next fitness related thing I have to do? Am I thinking about the next meal's diet? All these things. Howdy. Morning.
Morning.
Spend your free time looking at bicycles and running gear and shoes and stuff like that. That's obsessive. And the problem with that, other than the obvious that your life is unbalanced, is what happens when you get through the tunnel and you say, okay, I've got, my fitness is great now. I'm in great shape. Look good, feel good. All my medical numbers are there. I've got I'm in the right BMI range. There are fitness models that don't have the physique that I do, and you get to the where it's good. I mean, if you have that kind of dedication, you are going to get there. If you get there at all, I mean, if you get if the rest of your life doesn't come tumbling down around you. So what do? You say, okay, I'm through the tunnel, I can just wander around willy-nilly and pay no attention, get back to my regular life. If you relate to what I'm doing here, you probably know that's not going to work. Been through it plenty of times. You can't look at it like that. It's not a tunnel. There's nothing else around. It's a trail. It's a road that you control where it's going, and you can see other things, unexpected things, like a deer walking up to you on the side of the road. Don't get caught in the tunnel. Don't get caught in the tunnel. It'll be very dangerous. There's no way to get out. Sometimes we need to get away too. I mean, talk about cheat days. You don't have to cheat, but I find myself like thinking I should probably cheat one day a week. Just honestly, it feels like I'm cheating all the time now because I can get away with it surprisingly. And I'm not even exercising at the crazy pace that I once was. But you need to get away every now and then and just find something else good to do and be a part of. Ready? Walking up that final hill to a parking lot that I think is going to be much more crowded than it was when I left it. Almost 2 hours ago. Man, time flies. So yeah, don't get caught in the tunnel. I hope you've enjoyed this discussion about obsession and the dangers thereof. You love your life, there's got to be something to love, you know, other than what you're obsessed on.
Morning.
Morning. So keep the fever. And until next time, I will see you next time.
This is the Padua Podcast Network. PaduaMedia.com.